everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Bridgewater's Vikings going up against Newton's Panthers. The opening kick is straight ahead, so it's time to turn it over to my colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis with the call. Gentlemen.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Carolina Panthers.
Carry for Adrian Peterson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down, Bridgewater. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it third down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Third down, it's Adrian Peterson. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football. And they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Stewart is the lone setback. He's going to get the football. Give him 18 on that one. And it'll be first down, Panthers.
Have they come up with a nickname for just Jonathan Stewart? Remember when it was double trouble when he's run with D'Angelo Williams in Carolina? But boy, what a year he had in 2015.
Yeah, it was just 11 yards shy of 1,000, so close, but kind of stepped out of that shadow, didn't he?
Certainly did, and gave the Panthers a real identity running the ball.
They go back to Stewart on first. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. When we look at this unit like we are now, Greg Olsen has become such a reliable target in this league.
Loves to be considered the #1 option in the passing game in the offense he plays, and he lives up to it. Knows the defense is set for him, knows how to beat them.
To throw on second down is Newton. They'll set up the screen for Stewart. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
And they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
On 3rd down, the defense decided to blitz. A very good job of recognizing it, stepping away from the pressure, and finding open space to scramble and pick up a first down.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Stewart. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Eric Kendricks is another one of those bloodline guys in the NFL. His brother Michael also plies his trade as a linebacker. And Eric's trying to show him he's the best in the family.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. It's brought in right side by Ginn. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now Stewart on 1st down. And he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Try to punch it in, Stewart. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Stewart, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down. Time to feature the offensive starters and to give some love to the tight end, Kyle Rudolph.
He's been to the Pro Bowl already, battled a few injuries, but he's back and better than ever. Has added a little yoga to his regimen in order to make him more nimble. That makes it that much harder for the defenders to catch him.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And the starting crew defensively for Carolina.
K'Wan Short came out of Purdue as one of the top-rated defensive tackle prospects. Now he's one of the top-rated NFL players.
Bridgewater. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, When you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big run for AP. 53 yards on the ground. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and run with McKinnon. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead. And he puts it through. So we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Shreds the tackle. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On second down, they run with Stewart. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They keep it on the ground again to Stewart. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Xavier Rhodes makes the tackle. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Linval Joseph in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. On 4th down, here's the veteran Mike Cyphers to punt this away. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. The dive unsuccessful. The big fella can't pick it up. And now out comes Minnesota. And now last drive. So successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. The play fake to Peterson. Now Bridgewater. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Offense in a little bit of a bind here. 9 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it, because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
Bridgewater gives to his tailback, Peterson. Penalty marker is down here. And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking for someone to throw to. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman, because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. They'll throw again, Bridgewater. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So off is Bridgewater, on the kicker, Blair Walsh, on 4th down. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop. It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
They start on the ground. This is Stewart on first. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Newton to throw. Forced out to his left. Looking for Ginn, and it's intercepted. It's the second rounder, Mackenzie Alexander. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Following the interception. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The 2015 Pro Bowler, K'Wan Short, in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. Bridgewater now on second down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll set up the screen for Stewart. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Newton turns and hands to Stewart. Oh, he bowls over him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When you've got a big guy like that in your backfield who runs as a big man and breaks tackles, it is paramount for a defense to have extra defenders in his vicinity at all times. Because you got to figure he's going to break through the first guy. You're going to need tacklers 2, 3, 4 in order to get him down. Because if you don't, he can continue to run and run it really, really well.
It's caught inside the 25. They practiced this all week. Pretty clear it paid off there. Threw it downfield, made it look relatively easy.
And it always comes a little bit easier when you've practiced it and tuned things up and you're confident in what you're doing now. They felt very, very good about their plan, and we saw the execution because the confidence of the players was there.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Newton gives off to Stewart. And they'll get him down right about the 20. A gain of 3, second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Second down following the run. This is Stewart again. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And Ginn's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Ted Ginn, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are once again going to retake the lead. So they're going to go for 2. Cam looking to throw. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. To throw is Bridgewater. And right with it here over the middle. Call it a gain of 3. And it's a second down. Brief break in the action here. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Now it's 2nd and 7. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. A second down throw for Bridgewater. Going for the deep ball. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. And he's able to put it through. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. And he will take a knee here. So per the new rules in 2016, this will be brought out to the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They'll come out in the pistol. Now it's Newton. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
In most pass defenses, the guy playing safety has the ability to roam free and try and go to the football. But when you're in man, you've got to cover just like a guy playing out on the corner. Lock up on the receiver and go to the football. That's exactly what he did, batting that one away.
2nd and 10, Newton again. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. 10 yards to go on 3rd. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Newton. It's brought in right side by Ginn. They get 14 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a 1st down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Stewart is the lone setback. They're going to give it to him running right. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Another run for Stewart. He's been busy. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Throwing on third down, Newton. Hard throw, incomplete. Here's Mike Cyphers now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Charles Johnson in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. He's got time in the pocket, and he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Carolina getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And Olsen over the middle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On 1st down, it's Newton. They'll set up the screen for Stewart. And he'll get nothing out of that one. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Ted Ginn as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers are once again going to retake the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And it's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold on to it.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Let's go. Play 90.
Final play of the half, Bridgewater. He's going to take another shot here. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Stephon Diggs as time expires in the first half. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. And it's up and good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Stewart is the lone setback. He'll get it running right. And some room to roam now. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll try the right side with Stewart. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now it's Newton. And this one brought in by a man who missed all of last year, Kelvin Benjamin. Touchdown, Carolina! Kelvin Benjamin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are once again going to retake the lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. That run is what defenses don't like about dealing with Adrian Peterson. His ability to drop a shoulder and run through contact.
And he's amazing at keeping those strong legs going, isn't he?
For him, no run is ever truly over. I mean, he's actually not even convinced that when they blow the whistle, he's actually down. That's how he finishes runs in a big way.
Let's go.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. And that's incomplete. He was looking for his fullback there, Zach Line. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And the offense needs 7 out of this play on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
First down, Bridgewater. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll throw again, Bridgewater. And incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Another pistol look here. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Here's McKinnon. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Newton. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. On second down, here's Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. To throw is Newton. Completes it to Benjamin. Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
Following the penalty, here's Stewart. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Comes to Stewart, and he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. So Carolina eating some clock on the ground there, and part of why they were the NFC champs last year, number 2 as a team in the running game.
They played their identity last year. Offensive line, they can move people in the run game. Jonathan Stewart running it. Of course, big Cam Newton could be a short yardage guy. And remember, their head coach, Ron Rivera, a defensive guy. They love to run the football.
Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
20.
Time running out here on the play clock. Newton takes it, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton scoring on the sneak from a yard out, and the Panthers add on to their lead. So they went for it from the 1 on 4th and goal, and they got it done.
Is this the new NFL?
This is the new NFL.
This is the updated NFL, and I like it. I know that quarterbacks across the league have spent the entire offseason and even during the season lobbying their coaches to go for it more on 4th down. Let's go get it, because nowadays you've got to score points to win games in the NFL. You can't just rely on your defense to hold them.
I think the quarterbacks want to eliminate field goals inside of 30 yards probably.
Well, listen, they have enough confidence in themselves that they can call plays and make plays that they won't need those field goals inside the 30.
They start the drive with Peterson. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Let's go. Play 90.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They come out here in the eye. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a second down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I'm just going to say his name, Luke Kuechly. Now, the fans, when he's playing at home, boy, do they respond when he makes a play, don't they?
Yeah, boy, and why wouldn't they respond? You look at his career so far, most tackles of anybody since 2012, 591 coming into this year.
I'm going to do it anyway. Luke.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And they're going to speed things up here. First down, Bridgewater. Over the middle here to Rudolph. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Bridgewater fakes the give to Peterson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Stewart is the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Running right, a handoff to Stewart. And some room to work. There goes Jonathan Stewart. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Stewart with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And it's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the...
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Coney Ely in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So a big sack on 2nd down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for 3rd.
Let's go.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Charles Johnson in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. To throw, Bridgewater. Now a desperation. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he'll get in as they're back within his score now. The lead's down to 7. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Now a handoff. This is Stewart. And he's going to be met. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. The handoff to Stewart running left. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. He gets it to Brown. Complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down. So he makes the grab and the change move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. This is Stewart. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Newton's going to throw it. They'll set up the screen for Stewart. Whoosh. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Again, it's Stewart on 2nd and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now the Panthers get set, 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to account for Cam Newton on this play.
And, you know, every win is sweet, and I'm sure everybody enjoys a huge victory, but sometimes only winning by 1 score, 2 scores, a field goal, that can feel pretty satisfying too.
Without a doubt, because now you know that your team responds in critical pressure-packed situations. As a coach, as an organization, that makes you feel awfully good.
So for the Panthers, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll fall to 1-2. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.
Now I've been in New York, Texas,